Hey, what's up guys? This is Jakino Nerdy Python coming at you with yet another movie review. So Pokemon Detective Pikachu is finally here, and now I finally get to talk about it with you guys. So Justice Smith stars as Tim Goodman, a 20-something-year-old insurance advisor or whatever, I forgot what he was, but you know, he ends up coming across a talking Pikachu while cleaning out his missing father's apartment, and the two of them end up going on a journey to find clues as to what actually happened to his dad. Pokemon and I go way back, and as a 90s kid, I consider myself a true fan as I was there when the show first started, like in '98 I think it was. I've owned everything from the video games to the cars and even some of the older films. My best memories of Pokemon come from games like Ruby version that I had on Game Boy Advance SP, and also Pokemon Coliseum that I had on GameCube. They were just so immersive, you know, with the catches tunes that would change as you went to different cities and towns, and you know, I remember just playing hours on end. So I'm really sad to say that this film did not pay homage to that experience. Starting off with the good, I said the Pokemon actually look great and like their animated cells. It's exactly how I imagined they'd look in the real world, you know, after years of dreaming that we'd someday see it happen. I was a little worried at first because they didn't look too well polished in the first trailer, but as more came out, you know, they started to mesh well with the live action setting, and the couple battles that we do see in this film were actually pretty cool and badass. Ryan Reynolds did great as the voice of Pikachu and was very hilarious, which gave the film so much life. Pikachu was never this very serious and grotesque looking Pokemon that struck fear in people. I mean, hell, he's a yellow furry mouse with red patches on his cheeks, so I feel like depicting him in a comedic light, you know, was perfect, and you know, if he could talk, these are the same exact mannerisms that he'd have. The world building was also excellent in that Rhyme City was this huge utopia built for both human and Pokemon alike to live together side by side peacefully, and you know, it just felt so magical and reminded me of, you know, what I really loved about Pokemon growing up. It's also really cool that, you know, some Pokemon held jobs like the Ludicolo we saw in the trailer that worked at the coffee shop. With all that being said, I really didn't care much for the human cast because, let's just be honest, we didn't come here for them. We came here to see our favorite battling friends with special powers, but at the same time, I would have appreciated a little bit of depth from the people that we see in the film. Justice Smith as Tim Goodman was okay and not terrible, but definitely not someone we leave the film caring about. Catherine Newton as reporter Lucy was also okay, albeit a little weird in that she kind of switches from business attire to workout gear for the majority of the film, and I just found that kind of strange, and it only would have worked had the film had, you know, a little bit more of the training aspect in it, which it did not. Ken Watanabe actually did great as Detective Yoshida, who is a friend of Tim's father, Harry Goodman. He was very likable in that he felt like a legit uncle to his friend's son, and even mentioned, you know, his memories of Tim wanting to be a Pokemon trainer when he was young, which I thought added a nice layer of character depth that was very necessary in this film. But the rest, like Dopinder from Deadpool's character, just felt like they were added for filler. I was also real surprised to find that Bill Nye was in this film because I didn't recall seeing his name when I did my research. I guess it was also pretty cool seeing him here, albeit kind of a bit of a change in direction from his normal, more dark and mature roles in films like Underworld, where he played Victor, and also Davy Jones in Pirates of the Caribbean. I just felt like films like these were a little bit, you know, beneath him, but maybe it's just me. I know it's called Detective Pikachu, but there was nowhere near enough of that old school Pokemon charm in this film. We get a few battle elements, but they're not in that classic arena style that we loved growing up, and there was like little to almost no training elements at all. I would have loved to have seen a young Tim striving to be the very best as he tries to catch them all, and you know, the film really should have opened in that classic battle theme that we got in the old games. A lack of those key elements really made the film fall short of what I was expecting, and you know, if this is the very first live action Pokemon film, they should have paid a lot more homage to the original cartoon. Overall guys, an okay story with just average characters make Pokemon Detective Pikachu feel like just an okay film. Looking back on it, I feel like I may or may not enjoy it a second time around, you know, now that I understand that it's clearly a deviation from the original works, but I do feel like this is aimed at a newer generation. While everything that we see on the film looked cool and great, I just felt like there was something left to be desired. I'm going to give Pokemon Detective Pikachu a 3 out of 5 snake eggs. You know, definitely go take the kids out to see it. They will have a blast. So leave your comments down below. Have you seen Pokemon Detective Pikachu yet? What did you think? Would you like to see more? If you like this video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. And make sure you tap that bell for notifications. There's also links to my social media posted down in the description below. And as always, Nerdy Python is out of here.